everyone, TarantulaDan here. As always, I'd like to thank you for taking the time for checking out my channel, and of course this video, it does mean a lot to me that you take the time to do so. So in this video I'm going to be answering some questions that have been put to me. Now the original idea for this was created by Kat, and the idea was that she would answer some questions, would tag someone else, they would do the same and then tag someone else, and it got to the most recent tag, which was Petco from the Dog Den, and he very kindly tagged me, so a huge thank you to you for tagging me. And of course, if you don't know who the Dog Den is, please do go check him out. He has some great content. I'm sure many of you will already know who he is. So if you click up here at the end of the video, you can find the playlist which has everyone's videos that's involved with this, and of course it's being updated regularly, so please check that out, and thank you to those that have already done it. With that said, I'm going to get straight into this. I have the questions on my phone. I didn't sort of write them down, I didn't feel the need to, so I'm going to be answering these questions and then tagging someone at the end of the video. Okay then, so starting with question number one, what got me into tarantulas? So in a nutshell, I was always the kind of child, I would always enjoy collecting bugs and spiders and things in any sort of container that I could find for them. Not just in my garden, but wherever I went. If we went out with the family for walks, I'd be sort of off looking for things to find. If I went to the beach, I'd be looking for sort of crabs and different sort of crustaceans and fish things there. I've just always had an interest in animals, whether sort of keeping them or just learning about them through books, TV shows when they were rarely on when I was a child. Just anything to do with animals, I've just always loved them. Number two, what was your first tarantula? My first tarantula was, at the time, I bought it as a Grammostola rosea, although it was actually the Grammostola porteri. His name was Thor. I called him Thor because I used to like naming tarantulas, which I don't tend to do that much anymore. Yeah, I bought him as a G rosea. He was a mature male when I had him. I had him in this Exo Terra, which looking back was a terrible setup for a terrestrial, but again, brand new to the hobby, literally knew nothing about it, and I actually got him from when I was younger. At the age of 14, I was put into foster care. We were sort of, me and my siblings were split up, and where my sister went to live, my younger sister, the guy that she lived with, he bought this G rosea, as it was at the time, to keep in the kitchen, to basically keep the mother-in-law from sort of coming around to visit. It worked for a while, but she sort of learned to just ignore it, and suddenly he didn't have any use for that tarantula, so I ended up having it off him. I think I paid £70 for this G rosea, which is what it was at the time, although now you'd refer to it as a G porteri. So yeah, that's how I got my first tarantula and what it was. And he was awesome. He was the nice side of the scale for a G porteri, the G rosea, because some of them can be very unpredictable and can be quite aggressive, whereas he was just wonderful. So yeah. Number three, what is your favourite species? I would have to say for that, purely on the reason for why this is my favourite species is because it's the one that I have owned for the longest. It's the first tarantula that I bought as a sling, and it was literally like sort of this big, and that is of course the Lasiodora parahybana, the Brazilian salmon pink bird eater. Of course I have my girl who's just back there. You'll be seeing her a little bit later on in the video. So yeah, L parahybana, because she was the first sling that I bought and raised. Number four, what is my dream tarantula? Now, I think if you had asked me this maybe a year and a half ago, my answer would have been almost identical to everyone else, including Petco from the Dog Den, and that of course would be the Typhochaena celadonia, the Brazilian jewel tarantula. Of course, I'm not going to have that as a dream tarantula because I am one of the very, very, very lucky few people that are in the hobby and that own one. Of course, I have my female who's in this enclosure here, and so for that reason, it's no longer a dream tarantula. I have them. Now, a lot of people are going on about this blue spider, which I cannot remember what it's called. And I do like blue spiders, but I do think the blue spiders are kind of a bit overrated in a way. There's lots of blue spiders around, and whenever there's a new blue spider, they're always the bean thing, although I can't really talk because the TarantulaDan is kind of a blue spider as well. But no, for me, my dream tarantula, my next dream tarantula, is the Tarantula Costa. Now, many of you will not know what this spider is, or will have never heard of it. It is, of course, a Tarantula, so they are a small arboreal species. The T. Costa is a black tarantula with just, I think it's like 4 markings on the abdomen. If I can find a picture of one, I'll put one up. They are not available. I've not heard of anyone that has one in the hobby, but of course you know that as soon as they are available, I will be buying one. I can't imagine they're going to be cheap. They were probably going to be like the SulleyGSXR, you know, sort of £400–500 for a tiny sling, but I will get one when they are available. So for me, it is that, and I think it would be one of the more unique dream tarantulas that people are requesting, because I have all the other dream tarantulas, I guess. So yeah, T. Costa. Question number 5 is, how many do you own? Now, I don't know whether this is just tarantulas and spiders, or whether it is everything. So I did a quick count. I don't think I've missed any out. If I have, I will update it. And of course, I'm not going to be taking into consideration any mature males that I have that are not here, that are out on breeding. I'm only going to be counting the animals that I have right here now that I have access to. So I have a pad, I've written everything down, and hopefully I haven't missed anything off. I will also be including everything that I have, not just the tarantulas. So I have, at the moment, 88 tarantulas, 5 beetle grubs, which are the giant flower beetles, 1 African predatory beetle, 1 giant vinegaroon, 1 centipede, which is the Scolopendra gigantea, which is an absolutely amazing invert to own. One of the most expensive, I think probably the second most expensive thing that I have next to the TarantulaDan. I have 1 Pac-Man frog, 2 Chinese fire-bellied newts, 1 scorpion, which is the giant Asian, 2 leopard geckos, 1 bearded dragon, 2 moths, Psyllium pupa, 1 crab, which is the rainbow crab, various millipedes, and also loads of cockroaches and woodlouse. I'm not willing to count those because I have so many of them. Oh, I also have some stick insects as well, which have just hatched from an egg, which I got off a subscriber. So yeah, I have lots and lots of animals. But I enjoy all of them, and they're all taken care of. And I need to feature more of them in my videos because I only seem to sort of do the same ones over and over again. So if you have any requests of any of those, let me know and I'll get it done. Number 6 is introduce 1 tarantula. So give me a second to get my camera sorted and I'll show you one. Okay then everyone, so this is Zelda, my adored female Latiodora Parahybana, and she is a very, very big girl. The camera will not do this justice, and I'm not willing to put my hand in there with her because yeah, she can be quite defensive, shall we say. So yeah, this is the spider that I spoke of when I said my first ever sling that I bought. If you're new to my channel and you haven't seen her, I bought her at about a centimetre, maybe just under. I can't use a tripod for this sadly because this enclosure is just out of reach and I wouldn't be able to kind of twist it around to get a good enough angle, so I've got a sort of free hand on my camera, so I do apologise. But yeah, here she is, and she is absolutely amazing. Question number 7 says feed a tarantula, so I figured if I'm going to feed someone, it might as well be this girl. So let's drop a cockroach in and see if she will take it down. And of course she doesn't disappoint. Just had to get Madam out here. She was kind of going a little bit crazy in the tank, so I thought I'd get her out and have her join me for a bit. She's actually in a really good mood today, which is quite nice, and you can have a look at her. Say hello to the camera, Ramsey. She's a babe. So yeah, this is Ramsey anyway. Yeah, number 8. Who is my favourite Tarantula YouTuber? This one is really difficult. And I kind of want to list a few people that I like for different reasons. Whether it's because they were the ones that I used to watch when I got into the hobby, whether it's people because they make great content, whether it's people because they are really good friends to me and I get on with them really well and like their content. It's very difficult because I've been doing this for so long. I know some really great people. So I'm going to give one of my favourite people that there are lots of people that I watch all the time, including a certain somebody that tagged me in this video. And I know a lot of people will say him, and he is one of mine. I'm not going to say his name, so it doesn't count. One person that I watch an awful lot, who I enjoy their content, is someone who does not have enough recognition, I don't think, on his channel. And so I'm gonna go with a YouTuber that's actually only got about 500 subscribers, who makes really good content, and I really enjoy his stuff. It's entertaining as well as informative, but for me, I look at it more so on the entertaining side. And so one of my favourite, I say one of, I'm not picking one because there were so many, but one of my favourite Tarantula YouTubers, I'm going to go with Nerdroom. I'm going to give him a shout out because he does make some awesome videos. He's entertaining, he's funny, he's a genuinely all-round nice guy. If you've ever had the pleasure of meeting him in person, then you will know that yes, he actually is that batshit crazy in real life if you meet him. And he's just a pleasure to know and to be friends with. So yeah, that's who I'm going to say. I'm not going to go through any of the big people, the big channels. I'm going to use this opportunity to give a shout out to a smaller channel and someone that I enjoy. Number 9, do you own any other exotic pets? Now I presume that's anything other than tarantulas, so of course I have this girl here. This is Ramsey, my citrus red leatherback bearded dragon. Of course I have 2 other leopard geckos, centipede, 2 newts, the crab, the Pac-Man frog, moths. So yeah, I guess they all count as other exotics. Kind of came at a good time that she wanted to come out. She was just running around in the enclosure, so I got her out, and you can see she's just being really chill. She's probably hungry. This girl has already eaten today, but with this, with her, if I were to put some more food in front of her, I'm willing to bet everything. If I were to offer her food and she didn't eat, I would reveal how many subscribers I have on YouTube. Give me a second. Okay then, so here she is. Is she hungry? Oh, guess you guys won't find out today. But yeah, she's awesome. She's one of my favourites, to be fair. Yeah, you can see she's a pretty big girl. She's a year old, so she's just wonderful. She's wonderful when she wants to be. If she's in a bad mood, she's not very wonderful. Okay then, so question 10 is, answer the tag question from whoever tagged you. Now I was tagged by Petco from the Dark Den, thank you again for tagging me in that. And he asks me this, let's have a look.
Last question, tag someone to do this and ask them a question. I would like to tag Daniel from TarantulaDan YouTube channel and question for him. Did you ever try to make your glass enclosure? And if not, why you never tried? That's what I want to know, because for me, making stuff for this hobby is half of this hobby. I really enjoy it.
So to answer Petco's question, I have actually never tried to make my own enclosure. As for reasons why, to be fair, I don't know why I've never tried it. I've always thought about doing it, I planned out how to do it, I've just never got around to sitting down and doing it. I think because I'm always so busy with other things. Obviously I have a full-time job, I have to care for all my animals, filming, trying to comment and reply to everyone's messages, of course family time and other hobbies and things. It seems like another thing added to the list of things that I've got to do. But that said, if maybe this year I could try and get one done. Who knows? Maybe that could be something to do or to look at maybe when you come down here, Petco, and have a look at doing one. So, but yeah, if you would like to see me do a video on making my own enclosure, then let me know. That's something a little bit different. People might enjoy it. So yeah, I don't know why, just time, I guess. But thank you for the question though, Petco. That was actually a really good one and is a little bit unusual in the terms of not what I would normally get asked. So number 11, which is the final question, is tag the next person up and ask them a specific question. So I'm going to be tagging John from the Nerd Room, of course. I do like his content, and I'd like to give love to some smaller invert channels, and he is one for me. He's so entertaining. I really do enjoy his quirky personality. I think once a few people start to recognise him, I think he'll do quite well out of YouTube and things like that. So my question to the Nerd Room is this: if you could organise a get-together for all of the tarantula people, regardless of where they're from in the world. Oh. You want to come down on? Let's do like a little teapot. What are you doing? Yeah, my question to John from the Nerd Room is, if you could organise a gathering for all of the tarantula YouTube community, regardless of where they're from, they all just magically appear at this place, what kind of an activity, party, gathering would you organise? I'm quite interested to see what you do, because you're a very entertaining person, so it'll be pretty cool to see what your answer is. Can you come to my hand, please? No? Just chill there like a parrot. Okay then, so that's my my tag questions. I hope you've enjoyed this and I've answered some of the questions. You realise you are now just back where you were to begin with. So this has been my question tag video. Again, thank you to Petco for tagging me in this, and of course please go and check him out if you don't already know who he is, and of course check out the Nerd Room. There will be annotations for Petco, the Nerd Room, and the playlist with all the other videos in this. And of course, if you'd like to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. There'll be an annotation down here as well as links in the description. And yeah, as always, thank you for watching everyone, take care, and I'll see you all soon in the next video.